Well, guys, the jury has the case. The jury has the case in the Stalinist state of New York. Folks, it's very disturbing. Now, this is somewhat of a follow-up video to my video I put up yesterday, where I said that Trump is going to jail. He's going to jail. Even Donald Trump realizes now that that's a real possibility, man, that he's going to get convicted on this. I mean, what is going on in New York, man, is completely insane, man. I can tell you this, man. Businesses in New York, get out. Get out of New York, man. Because what they're doing to Trump, once they're done with him, you're next. You are next. They are coming after you. No business should do business in New York. None of them. I mean, I don't even recognize New York, man. New York is a full-blown communist state at this point, man. The jury now has his case, and the judge now has rigged the game to almost ensure a conviction, guys. It's crazy. It's really crazy, man. Let's go ahead and get into this, man. Make sure you guys like this video, subscribe to the channel, become a channel member. Remember, live stream every single Friday at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. If you're watching on Rumble, click the join button to get access to the same thing. Here we go, guys. Right here. Jury in Trump trial begins deliberations in NYC court. And by the way, guys, the jury, I believe, is going to be deliberating up until 4:30 each day, and Trump has to be in the courthouse. He can't leave. This is getting stranger and stranger, guys, by the day. I don't know when they're actually going to come out with a verdict. Not really sure. But everything is kind of leading for me to believe that a conviction is coming. Because the judge, Juan Merchan, whatever his name is, this guy's definitely read the game, man. Read the game. Check this out. In Wokeness on X, this is insane. New York Judge Merchan just told jurors that they do not have to unanimously agree on what crime Trump is guilty of. It could be a 4-4 split. Yeah. And he's actually going to treat that as a unanimous guilty verdict. See, guys, the felony comes in with the second crime, even though they don't exactly know what that second crime is. I mean, this is insane, man. Let's go ahead and watch this clip here from Fox News.
Well, let me ask you about the three choices. And one thing in particular that this judge said that these jurors could do. He just delivered what is being called really the pinnacle of all of this. He said that there is no need to agree on what has occurred. They can disagree on what the crime was among the three choices. Thus, this means that they could split 4-4-4, and the judge would still treat them unanimously. What does that mean?
Yeah. Well, it's really outrageous because in a normal criminal case, every statutory crime has what we call elements of the offense. Like in a bank robbery case, it's, you have to rob. It's got to be a financial institution. You have to show intent. Those are the things the jury has to agree on unanimously that they were proved beyond a reasonable doubt. Here, what we're doing is taking the element that actually makes this a felony, because remember, falsification of records is normally a misdemeanor in New York. What makes it a felony is that you're concealing or committing another crime. And here the judge is telling them they don't have to agree about what the other crime is under circumstances where that not only is what makes this a felony, what makes it a 4-year potential prison penalty rather than a year or less, but it's also what gets us into the courtroom, because if this had been a misdemeanor, the time to bring this case would have lapsed in 2019. So the only reason they're still able to bring this case is because it's a felony, allegedly, And yet now the judge is saying, you don't have to agree on what the felony is.
Yeah, that's crazy. The only reason why this trial is actually going on is because of a potential felony. But yet, we don't know what the actual felony is. I mean, he gave him like 3 choices. I believe one is federal and state election fraud. And also, what was the other one? Now that I'm actually thinking about it. Something to do with fraud or something like that. I don't remember exactly, man. But still, if you're actually charged with a crime, in this case, falsifying business records, misdemeanor, but you're charging me with a felony, but yet you're not telling me exactly what that felony is, and the jury doesn't have to agree. They just have to agree that a crime was committed. This is insane. So if it's a 4-4 split, guilty. Trump is probably going to prison. CNN, man, it's really bad, man, when CNN actually says that the prosecution did not prove their case. Watch this clip, guys.
Andy, what Michael's getting at is the burden of proof is an important one to remind everyone. It's on the prosecution, right? They need to prove beyond reasonable doubt that Donald Trump broke the law. And you think, after listening to all of this, you think they fell short. How?
They fell way short, because let's start with reasonable doubt. What is reasonable doubt? And it's not simply a doubt based upon reason. Anytime a human being needs to make an important decision in life, if you have enough information, for example, doctor says you need open heart surgery. Doc, go ahead and schedule. I don't have a reasonable doubt. Conversely, if I say, I appreciate it, but I need a second opinion, I need more information, that is having a reasonable doubt. There is reasonable doubt all over this case. Where is Keith Schiller? Where is Alan Weisselberg? How did Michael Cohen get away with stealing $30,000? Hold a pity party for him. Made
$60,000.
$4 million on this. Thought he'd be chief of staff. He's a fixer. If the plumber comes to my house to fix my leak, I could be home. That doesn't mean I know how he's doing it and what it's taking to be fixed. Stormy Daniels, let's hold a pity party for her. Why do we need to know whether or not the former president wore a condom or not? It's simply about, did the former president know that books, his records, false entries, for legal fees, Michael Cohen was his lawyer. Did he intend to cover up the election or to protect his family? It's everywhere.
When Randy gets to whisper tones, I start getting concerned.
Yeah, CNN is even saying they didn't prove anything. They didn't prove anything. That Trump knowingly falsified business records, also to cover up for another crime. That's insane, man. Donald Trump here. Mother Teresa could not beat these charges. The whole thing is rigged. Because it is. Told you guys yesterday, man. Secret Service already in contact with jail authorities, man. Because what are y'all? Let's say the jury actually comes back today with a guilty verdict. I think that Judge Juan Merchan would remand Trump to custody, because I believe this man really wants Trump locked up. And it's all going to backfire, guys, because I believe a conviction of Donald Trump, and especially if you actually throw him in jail for any amount of time, he is going to win in a landslide. And I'm pretty sure that Trump is actually going to appeal this thing. This judge was not fair whatsoever. Those instructions, man, to the jury are outrageous, man. Completely outrageous, man. But we'll see what happens, guys. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and White Network fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. And we'll catch you next time.